And we're live. What up, guys? I want to give my thanks to my 37 subscribers. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to our newest subscriber, Isa. What's up? And also, my first video yesterday got 5 likes. So shout out to everyone that saw my video and gave it a thumbs up. So hope you guys get some value out of today. I'm gonna be reviewing The Go-Giver. Gonna be going over the core principles that are taught in this book. Go pick up a copy or get it on Audible. This is a total game changer. It's a business book. It talks about principles that apply in the world of business, but really these are really good life principles that you can operate by, and it will help you not just in your business relationships, but in your personal relationships as well. So that being said, let's dive into it. This goes over the story of Joe, and basically he's coming into this, business world trying to meet his quota, right? I do door to door, so I can relate. I've got goals I want to hit. In business, you're always striving for your goals, which is good. But Joe was coming at it from a place of chasing clout, chasing leverage, chasing the money, right? And that's where all of us kind of start out. A lot of times, people start out chasing kind of the surface level. And so this book goes into how Joe had to go through his personal hero's journey, right? Where he learns that, hey, he needs to take his focus off of chasing clout, leverage, money, all of the surface level stuff. He gets with a mentor. His name is Pindar. He gets with his mentor that shows him the way. And, part of their meetings is, hey, in order for you to take mentorship from me, you have to promise me and yourself that you're not just going to listen to what I say. You're actually going to apply the teachings that very same day that you learn it. And it was based on the honor code. So in order for Joe to meet with his mentor, he needed to actually apply what principles were taught. And so I'm glad they put that in the book, because too often it's happened to me. It happens to all of us at some point. We can fall in the trap of just listening to information, and it feels productive. It feels good. But it's not actually productive unless you implement that new information, action. If you don't change your course of action based on that information, it means you haven't learned anything, right? And so he goes over 5 meetings where he learns 5 principles, right? So the first principle, and he calls it the 5 stratospheric laws of success. These laws are for stratospheric success, not just like surface level success. We're talking to the moon, baby, So what's the first one? The first one is the law. Hold up. Let me figure out what it is. It's the law of value. I knew that. I kind of blinked. But the law of value. What is the law of value? The law of value states, dang, I just blanked. The law of value states that it's basically give more than you receive, right? But let's dive a little deeper, because everyone knows, give more than you receive. It means that you need to provide value greater than what you take in payment, right? So whatever you charge for whatever, let's say it's a $10 ice cream cone, because we like ice cream. $10 ice cream cone. Well, you're not just selling them an ice cream cone. You have to sell them an experience. The experience of them buying that ice cream cone and the feeling they get and like the vibe that it creates, that experience has to be worth way more than $10, right? It has to be worth a lot in their minds, to the point where they don't even put a number on it. They're just like, wow, I'm so happy I get to pay $10 for this. That makes sense, yeah? So check this. when you go out and create value, in my life, that's been door to door. So I knock the door. My goal is to provide so much value and create a shared experience that causes my prospect to be like, dang, like, I'm gonna go with this guy because I like how I feel about this. I see value, right? I'm not giving them fluff. I'm not like beating around the bush. I'm getting straight to the point. Hey guys, this is what I'm here to do for your home. This is the service we have. This is how we can lower your rate. Whatever it is, I get right to the point of what I'm doing and I make them feel good along the way, you know? So the law of value. Now Joe, he's like, okay, great. Now I know the law of value. Give more than you receive, but how am I gonna get paid? I can't just give away stuff for free. Like businesses would go under if they just, you know, they have to make a profit. Like how do I make a profit, right? What's in it for me? And so that's where the second law comes into place. And he goes over, you know, examples in the book that really, you know, shines a really good light on it. But the second law is the law of influence. No, it's actually the law of compensation. The law of compensation says you get paid in direct proportion to how many people you serve and how well you serve them. So how many people you impact, how many people you serve, how many people you can get in front of, and how well you serve them, the quality of care you put into their experience, right? So that's where your income comes from, plain and simple. You talk to more people and you make the quality of that relationship, you build that quality with your service, right? You give them the best possible service, clear communication, all of that good stuff. You want to take care of your customers, right? Give them a hug, metaphorically, right? That's the goal. Brighten up their day and do that for as many people as you can get in front of. All right, third principle, the law of compensation. Sorry, I flipped it again. The law of influence. The law of influence tells us that, hold on, let me look at it. The law of influence is a really important law. The law of influence. Your influence is determined by how abundantly you place other people's interests first. Now let's get into this, because as a leader, I gotta place my interests. I have to make sure I'm taken care of. But what I mean by that is I have to make sure like my home is clean before I can offer to clean someone else's home. Kind of thing. Like take care of yourself first, put on your mask first so you can help others put on their mask. Same concept, but here it's saying place other people's interests first. How abundantly can I do that? And I believe, this is just my personal belief, that if I don't have my shit taken care of, then how can I take care of other people's interests? So I have to make sure, okay, am I headed the right direction? Cool. Now that I know I'm headed in the right direction, now I'm able, my cup is full, I can abundantly place other people's interests first because I've taken care of home base. Boom, now I can take care of other people's interests and I have the best interests for others. I think, okay, you know, like with recruiting for my sales team, if someone's not really truly a good fit for this and, you know, just their life situation, they would benefit from a different opportunity, I'm not begging people to be part of my team. I want people that want to be here and I want to feed into them. And I don't want to hold anyone back. So if they find that opportunity that's better for them in their life situation, I'm all for it. Whatever is the best for you, I want that for you. And so that's where I come at it from a sales leader perspective. And so placing other people's interests first. Now that's interesting because most people, they are only concerned about their interests and their interests only. That's where it stops. But when you can take your focus off of yourself and you put the focus on them, how you can serve them, boom, something lights up. They're like, dang, this guy's here to serve me. And that is going to 10x your sales, that alone, service. If you can take the focus off of you, oh, look how cool I am. Take it off of you, put it on them. Say, look how cool you are. You know, you go door to door, take the focus off of you, put it on them, like keep reflecting back to them, right? So, yeah, plain and simple. And just to kind of go over the fourth principle, the law of authenticity. You got to be authentic to who you are. You cannot try to put on, if you try to be successful, trying to copy someone else, like word for word, how they are, their mannerisms, all of that, it can be short-lived because it's going to take a lot of energy because you're not aligned with who you are. You're trying to go a different way that isn't true to you. And for me, it's kind of a tougher concept to explain because I don't even know if I've truly found who I authentically am, but that's okay. The best thing you can do, the law says, the best gift you can offer the world is your true self. Your true self. Offer your true self to the world. It's okay. Don't worry about trying to be perfect, because if you do that, you'll get stuck and you won't get anything done at all, and no one wins. You don't win, people don't get value from it. So it's like, don't get into this perfectionist mindset. Shift out of that into, hey, I'm gonna just be me. And it's okay if it's not perfect, but what matters is that I'm putting myself out there. And so I challenge you, the viewer, whoever you are, go find a way to authentically be yourself, and then go, as you go into the world, on your day-to-day thing, whatever you're doing, even something as simple as getting groceries or going on a walk on the river, go talk to people, approach. You know, if you have something like, if you walk past a person and they have like a really cool dog, say something about the dog, about them, like, wow, you take really good care of your dog, whatever, but be authentic to you. I know that sounds kind of random, but when you practice that, you flow. You're not forcing things. You come at it from a place of flow, and it can brighten someone's day. And you know, that's something that I also love about door to door is I get paid to go make friends and to brighten people's day. And yeah, that's my mindset. And anyways, the last law of this awesome book is the fifth law of stratospheric success, and it's called the law of receptivity. What does it mean to be receptive? The law of receptivity means you gotta be open to receiving, because giving and receiving are two sides of the same coin. And that's how you create abundance. You give, receive. If you give, you gotta be able to receive. You gotta be open to receiving. Don't block your blessings. Be open and humble to graciously accept the gifts of others. If you're giving the gift of yourself, be open to gaining the gift of others. And so plain and simple, it's like inhale, exhale. You can't just inhale, get, because then you'll fucking die. But you can't just exhale, give. You have nothing to give because you're not receiving, and then you pass out. You know? So this video, I didn't expect it to be so long. As I do more of these, I am sure that I will be able to compact the value that I can provide you, the audience. Thank you for giving me your time and your attention. I hope this helps someone that views this video. Wow, the sun is bright. I hope this helps you in life, in business, in relationships, whatever it is. And yeah, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more. Shout out to my subscribers. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.